Um, and those are two teams that are very quality opponents. And so, if we need to start learning how to win those one-run games, if we can, you're looking at a whole different record.
Things have started for you.
Yeah, I mean, there's two of our losses. Beatrice and Elk North are one-loss wins. And those are two teams that are very quality opponents. And so, if we need to start learning how to win those one-run games, if we can, you're looking at a whole different record that could be potentially 6-1 at this time. So we feel like we're off to a good start, and we just got to learn how to win those close games now.
Throwing out a lot of pitchers here early, still looking for 4 or 5 guys to settle on for the rest of the season, or is this going to be kind of the norm for us this year?
I think it's going to be the norm. We're not. We've got 2 that we definitely say are number 1 and 2, and that's no secret. That's Carlos Jimenez and Elliot Sidlow, who are 1 and 2. But after that, we have a bunch of guys that are really good at starting or good in the good relief, and so we feel like at this point in the season, we don't need a rider 1 and 2 every 4 or 5 days. We need to give them once a week start, and hopefully this will be good for us by the back end of the season where you've pitched 9 or 10 guys and you don't have 2-3 guys at 25 innings and the rest at 3 or 4. We feel like we're going to have a bunch of guys at the 20 and the teens and been in stressful situations. So hopefully at the end of the season, we've got a bunch of guys that know how to produce and win games.
Ashton Haas today.
No, yeah, he's been a guy that actually has probably seen more appearances than anybody this year. He's a guy that we trust middle game, late in the game. He also is a guy that can go out and start and throw 70, 80 pitches for you. So he's a versatile pitcher for us that's got several pitches. Really good athlete and bought his time and has done great things this year. And so I expect him to come out and give us a good game.
All right, what do you expect out of Platteview?
That's a great question. Obviously, they're already played 1 game tonight. So that's always, probably maybe works against you a little bit in some aspects because they're ready to play, where we're still trying to get into the game a little bit. I think they're going to throw, my guess is Banks, their lefty, who I think is their number 1 and has had a hell of a summer season and off to a really good spring seasons as well. So we've got to be ready to play. It's we're going to have 4 lefties in the lineup, so we'll see how we match up with the lefty pitch with 4 lefties in the lineup.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
Taking care of your teeth and gums is important to keeping a healthy smile, and that's where we come in. Dr. Corey Baumgartner of Baumgartner Family Dentistry will provide exceptional oral care services to both children and adults. They offer routine cleanings and screenings, emergency and scheduled surgical and cosmetic procedures, and a teeth whitening program to all of their patients. Whatever your dental care needs, Baumgartner Family Dentistry is there to help. New patients are welcome. Just call 402-462-6484 or stop in and see them at 2217 West 12th Street in Hastings.
If you're looking for an auto repair business that you can trust, count on the experts at Connet Auto Care in Hastings. Their mechanics are ASC certified, which means they are up to date on the best repair practices for your vehicle. Connet Auto Care keeps your vehicle running like it should. They offer air conditioning repair, brake repair, cooling system services, engine diagnostics and repairs, suspension work, electrical work, and much more. Plus, they sell wheels and tires too. Connet Auto Care, 212 North Lexington in Hastings.
If you experience air conditioning problems this summer, call the experts at Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning of Hastings. Ruts is a local, family-owned business with over 45 years of experience in the HVAC industry. They service all makes and models of heating and cooling equipment for both residential and commercial customers. You can trust Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning to complete all repairs, installations, and maintenance work on time. If you're shopping for a new air conditioner or heating system, remember Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning. They have a broad range of systems to choose from. Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning. Call 402-463-4853.
You are listening to Tiger Baseball on Extreme Sports.
All right, Mike Mike Will back here at Duncan Field in Hastings, getting set for our second game here today. Platteview getting ready to take on Hastings High here in the second ball game. The Tigers will start this way today. Batting order, Elliot Sidlow will lead off. He'll be in left field. Brody Dreher, the center fielder, batting second. Chance Burton, the first baseman, batting third. Ashton Haas, the pitcher, batting fourth. Carlos Jimenez will be the third baseman. He will bat fifth today. Dom Monte, the designated hitter, batting sixth. Adam Rutt, the catcher, batting seventh. Isaiah Shaw is going to be the right fielder. He will bat eighth today. Royer Deloria will be your shortstop. He will bat ninth. And the pitcher, the second baseman today for Hastings, will be Tucker Sinek. The Tigers coming in, a record of 4 wins and 3 losses on the season. Right now, the playing of the national anthem as we get set for baseball today on Extreme Sports. All right, the playing of the national anthem. We're set to go with high school baseball here today on Extreme Sports. It'll be Platteview hanging around to play Hastings here in the second half of the doubleheader. Again, Platteview losing the first ball game to the Adams Central Patriots today, losing by a score of 5-4. The pitcher for Hastings in this ball game tonight is going to be Ashton Haas. So Haas making the start here for the Tigers here in this ball game. Haas is going to be a right-handed thrower. We gave you the starting lineup for the Tigers here in this one. We'll get to the starters here for Platteview. Leading off and catching will be Andre Dominguez. Playing at second base is going to be Dylan Thomas. He'll bat second. Easton Harris will bat third. He'll be your shortstop. Then we're going to see in the number 4 spot, it's going to be Tucker Reha. He picked up a couple of base hits in the opener today. Nick Clark, the center fielder. He will bat fifth, followed by Nathan Erkey. He'll be the first baseman. Logan Gross Didier will be your third baseman. He'll bat in the number 7 spot. Then we'll see Bryson Douglas, the designated hitter. He'll bat in the number 8 spot. It'll be Seamus Riley batting in the number 9 spot today for Platteview. Riley will be in left field here in the second ball game. And then Bryson Banks is going to be your pitcher here for Platteview here in this ball game. So it's going to be Ashton Haas starting things off for Hastings here on the mound for the Tigers. So Platteview and Hastings here in game number 2 tonight on Extreme Sports after Platteview lost the first game to Adams Central today by a score of 4-0. And the ball game is underway as Haas is going to throw a pitch outside for a ball here. So it's Platteview up to the plate. This is going to be Dominguez leading things off. Andre Dominguez, he's the catcher. The next pitch is going to be in there for a strike from Haas, and the count 1 ball and 1 strike now to Dominguez. Ashton Haas, right-handed thrower for the Tigers. He'll work from the stretch here. Haas throws it on the plate. It's a swing and a miss. So now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Haas 1-0 on the season. He has got an ERA of 5.00 coming into the ball game here tonight. He's got 7 innings pitched so far this season, and there's a swing and a miss, and he strikes out. Haas was 7 innings pitched. He has given up 7 hits and 6 runs, 5 of those earned, 6 base on balls, and 7 strikeouts. He picks up his 8th one right there as Andre Dominguez strikes out to begin the ball game here for Platteview. Dylan Thomas coming up to the plate next. He's a left-handed hitter. Thomas will play at second base for Platteview in this ball game. Star of the day with a batting average of 300. Against the Patriots, he was 0 for 2 in that first ball game. He struck out in the first inning. He had a base on balls in the third, and he grounded out in inning number 6. 2 balls and no strikes to Dylan Thomas. 1 bat out here in the first inning of play, just underway for Hastings High baseball here today. So Platteview coming to town and playing the Patriots in game number 1. The Tigers here in game number 2. Dylan Thomas, number 21, got that red uniform here for the Trojans. But you can be in there for a strike. 3-1 is the count. Hastings High, they're all white uniforms here tonight with their black lettering and their black numerals. Platteview stays in their white pants and their red tops here for the second ball game. Thomas will have another chance here, and the pitch is going to be up high for a ball, and a base on ball is given here to Dylan Thomas, the number 2 guy in the batting order. Now Easton Harris is going to come to the plate next. Harris is the shortstop. He was a shortstop in the game against Adams Central. He has a .211 batting average to start the day. He was 0 for 2 in the ball game against the Cohen Raider and the Patriots. Again, Platteview had only 2 base hits in game number 1 against AC. Harris, he grounded out. He was hit by a pitch, and he flew out to center field in his 3 plate appearances in game number 1 here this afternoon. Here's the pitch here by Ashton Haas. Is going to be in there for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. And Hastings High went into Elkhorn on Saturday. Split 2 games, winning over Elkhorn High and losing to Elkhorn North. So the Tigers are sitting at 4-3 on the season. Platteview is now 5-4 after losing to Adams Central earlier in the day, 4-0.
This sound is processed by Stereo Tool. Go to stereotool.com.
1 ball and 1 strike here to Harris. Your base runner is Dylan Thomas down there at first base. Haas looking for the sign from his catcher here, Adam Rutt. Quick throw to first base. That's not going to be in time. So Rutt behind the plate for Hastings High. You've got Ashton Haas on the mound. Carlos Jimenez is over there at third base. Royer Delora is at shortstop. Tucker Sinek at second base. And Chance Burton is at first base for the Tigers. Another throw over to first base. Not in time. Burton applies the tag. Diving back in there was Dylan Thomas. Elliot Sidlow out in left field. Brody Dreher is out in center field. Isaiah Shaw is out in right field here for the Tigers defensively. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Easton Harris. Here comes the next pitch to the plate. It's going to be up high for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. There's again the start of the day with a batting average of .211 for Platteview. Steps in there from the right-hand side. Ashton Haas working for the stretch here. The runner out at first base. There he goes. The ball's going to be hit back up to the middle, but it's going to be mishandled there at shortstop, picked up by Sinek at second base, and they've got him over there. So the runner was going on the pitch. Thomas gets from first to second.
Now the right fielder.
It was a mishandled by Delora. The shortstop over near the bag at second base. Tucker Sinek was backing him up. He grabs the ball and gets it over to first baseman Chance Burton to retire Easton Harris. So now there's 2 men out here in the inning. Runner is on at second base. That's Thomas. Tucker Reha comes to the plate next for Platteview. He was the only guy to get a base hit in the ball game against Adams Central. He had 2 of them. Cohen Rader was the winning pitcher for Adams Central in that first ball game, allowed only 2 base hits. And this guy here, Tucker Reha, got to both of them for Platteview. First pitch is outside. The next one is going to be outside and down low. 2 balls and no strikes now to Tucker Reha. Had a double, struck out once, and had a single. And that's a first ball game against AC. Started the day with a batting average of 188. 2 balls and no strikes. To Tucker Reha. Now he's hit by a pitch. Tucker Reha is hit by a pitch, so he heads down to the bag at first. Nick Clark coming up there next for the Trojans. Clark started the day with a batting average of 350. And he walked 3 times in the ball game. Clark was also picked off with the base pads in that first ball game. So Platteview has got runners on at first and second base here in this first inning. No score between Hastings and Platteview. We're in the top half of the first. This one's scheduled for 7. There's a ground ball. Second base, Senek picks her up, throws it over to first. That's going to be in time, and the inning is going to be over as Clark will ground out to second base to end the inning. No runs for Platteview. No runs on no hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the first inning with a score. Platteview nothing. Hastings coming to bat. You're listening to high school baseball on Extreme Sports.
With the spring weather upon us, Bob Sass Flowers has everything you need to feel that spring sunshine in your home. Colorful spring silks, spring-scented candles, and spring home decor. Springtime also brings high school proms. We offer custom corsage, boutonnieres, and handheld bouquets. Call us today to order yours. Located at 2618 West 2nd in Hastings, serving Hastings since 1955.
If you're planning to build a new home or add an addition to your existing one, trust the experts at Gangwish Construction. From general contracting, basement pouring, to bathroom remodeling, concrete work, and deck building, they handle it all with precision and care. They take pride in doing the job right the first time, every time. Contact Jeff today at 402-460-0013 and experience quality craftsmanship with Gangwish Construction.
You are listening to Tiger Baseball on Extreme Sports.
Mike Well back here at Duncan Field in Hastings. Platteview and Hastings High here tonight on Extreme Sports. Bryson Banks going to be the pitcher here for the Trojans in this ball game. He's 0-1 on the season. 1.31 is his earned run average. He's thrown 10 2/3 innings. He's given up 7 hits and 4 runs. 2 of those earned. He's got 4 walks on the season and 15 strikeouts. So Bryson Banks, the pitcher here for Platteview. Hastings up to the plate here in the bottom half of the first inning. Elliot Sidlow is the guy coming to the plate to lead things off for the Tigers. He is the left fielder. Sidlow with a batting average of .238 on the season. It'll be Sidlow, Dreher, and Chance Burton. Ashton Haas will bat 4th. Carlos Jimenez will bat 5th. Next pitch is going to be fouled away. Dom Monte in the number 6 spot tonight. Adam Rutt will bat 7th. Isaiah Shaw 8th. Royer Delora is going to be the number 9 hitter. No score between Hastings and Platteview. Second game for us here today on Extreme Sports after Adams Central beat Platteview in the opener 4-0. 3 balls and 2 strikes here. Now to Elliot Sidlow. Banks, left-handed thrower, throws into the plate. It's going to be fouled away. Count remains at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Dominguez is still the catcher here for Platteview in this contest. There's a ball that's going to be hit out towards center field. Shallow center field. It's going to fall for a base hit out there. Around the bag at first, making a big turn is going to be Sidlow, but he'll stay put. At first base, a blooper out right behind the bag. It's his second base. Nobody can get there. Sidlow gets the base hit. Brody Dreher comes up to the plate next. Dreher is a center fielder. Batting average on the season for Dreher is now sitting at .412. He's got the best batting average on the team as this ball game gets going today. Got 7 base hits and 17 trips to the plate. High fastball there and a swing and a miss. No balls, 1 strike to Dreher. Dreher has scored 5 runs for the Tigers this year. He's driven home 4. Again, a team high batting average of .412 on the season. Shows butt here at the plate. Pitch will be outside for a ball. It's 1-1. Dreher has got 3 base on balls and he's got 3 strikeouts so far this season. Base runner is down there at first base. That is Elliott Sidlow. 1 ball, 1 strike. Banks comes set. Throws one to the plate. That's going to be in there for a strike at the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 now. Left-handed thrower on the hill. That's Bryson Banks, so he'll get a good look at those base runners over there at first base. There goes a throw over to first base. The runner takes off, and they've got him down at second base. Sidlow is going to be picked off. Nice move, just as I was saying. The left-hander, Bryson Banks, will get a good look at the base runners at first. Sidlow took off. Banks threw it to first base. Erke gets it down to a second with an easy put-out at second base. And Sidlow is picked off with the base pads here in the first inning. So now the bases are clean with 1 out. Here's a pop fly. Dreher pops it up and stays in the infield. Grabbed by the pitcher, Banks. And Dreher will pop one back to the pitcher to begin his time out there in this second ball game. Chance Burton is going to come to the plate next. Burton is the first baseman. Burton with a batting average of .231 on the season. He's got 3 base hits and 13 trips to the plate. He has scored 6 runs. He's got 6 RBIs. Burton with a double to his credit so far. Now he's going to be hit by a pitch. Not happy as he heads down to the bag at first base. So Burton is hit by a pitch here. Ashton Haas is going to come to the plate next. So Burton is hit by a pitch. He heads down to the bag at first. Takes his lead down there. Haas comes to the plate next. Ashton Haas has a batting average of .176 on the season. 3 base hits and 17 trips to the plate here for Ashton Haas. There's the next pitch by Banks, going to be inside down low. 2-0 is the count here. Haas has got 2 base on balls. He's got 4 strikeouts so far this year. Next pitch comes inside, and he is binged by a pitch. Back-to-back hit batters here for the Tigers as Haas will head down to first base.
Third baseman, number 10, Carlos Jimenez.
Burton heads down to second. So the Tigers with a couple of base runners on. Haas is going to be...
Brennan Chris.
Brennan Chris is going to come out and run for Ashton Haas, the pitcher over there at first. The runners are on at first and second base, but there's 2 men out here for the Tigers here in the first inning. Carlos Jimenez at the plate here for Hastings High. Jimenez, a right-handed hitter. Here's the pitch to him. It's going to be in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Jimenez with a .353 batting average on the season. He's got 6 base hits and 17 trips to the plate, 4 runs scored, 6 RBIs for Carlos Jimenez. Pitch by Banks is going to be outside for a ball. Nope, it's going to nick the outside corner for a strike. All right, no balls and 2 strikes here to Carlos Jimenez. He has walked 4 times this year. He has struck out only once. No balls and 2 strikes to Jimenez. With base runners on at first and second here for the Tigers. Pitch by Banks is swung on and missed, and Jimenez strikes out. The inning is over. Bryson Banks gets his first strikeout of the ball game. Jimenez goes down. The Tigers strand 2. No runs for Hastings High in the first inning. No runs on a base hit. No errors and 2 runners left on base. We go to the second inning with a score. Hastings nothing and Platteview nothing. You're listening to Tiger Baseball on Extreme Sports.
Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab, 207 South Burlington, is the place for all your rehabilitation needs. PTSR offers a wide variety of services, including orthopedic, neurological, and sports injury rehabilitation. A certified hand specialist is available for the more delicate upper extremity injuries. Warm, aquatic therapy, and balance training is also available. PTSR has a strong industrial services division providing physical and functional capacity testing, as well as drug and alcohol screening. Please visit our website, ptsrhastings.com.
The weather is warming up, and that means only one thing. It's baseball season. Whether it's Hastings High, Adams Central, or Hastings College baseball this spring, you'll be able to catch the action on Extreme Sports. And this summer, Extreme Sports will be the exclusive voice for Hastings American Legion baseball. Whether it's Hastings 5 Points Bank, Hastings Johnson Imperial Homes, or Hastings Runza, all the big games will be right here. Listen online at x-streamsports.com, on your smartphone with our free mobile app, or on your Alexa-enabled smart speaker. Just say, Alexa, play Extreme Sports. Central Nebraska's new home for sports is Extreme Sports.
Mike Well back here, Duncan Field and Hastings as we head to the second inning of play. There's a high fly ball out toward left field. That's going to be grabbed there by Sidlow. So 1 pitch, and Nathan Erkey goes down as he flies out to left field. That's going to bring up the third baseman, Logan Gross-Didier, is going to come to the plate next. He did not play in game number 1. Here's that ball back up to the middle. It's going to be grabbed, though, by the shortstop for Hastings over to first base. That's going to be just in the nick of time. Nice play there by Royer DeLora. That shortstop moving to his left toward the bag at second. And a quick throw over to first base to retire Logan Gross-Didier. So 2 up, 2 down here for Platteview here in this second inning of play. And here's Douglas coming to the plate next. Bryson Douglas. He is the designated hitter here in this ball game. He's going to take a strike here. So Douglas is at the plate here for Platteview. He will bat here from the right-hand side. Pitch to him is going to be down low for a ball. Douglas, batting average on the season. Well, he's played in 2 games and he hasn't got a base hit yet. He's 0 for 1. 0 for 1 for Douglas at the plate here for Platteview. He's going to take a strike here. Now he's behind in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hastings in Platteview here this evening on Extreme Sports after Platteview lost to Adams Central earlier in the day, 4-0. There's a big swing and a miss there and an easy inning as Douglas goes down. Strikeout number 2 in the ball game for Ashton Haas. Platteview goes down in order here in the second inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Hastings nothing, Platteview nothing. You're listening to high school baseball on Extreme Sports.
TLC Vet Care is pleased to serve Hastings and the surrounding area. The goal at TLC Vet Care is to provide you and your pets with the best veterinary experience possible. Everything from dentistry to surgery. They can also do x-rays, microchipping, vaccinations, wellness checks, nutritional counseling, behavior management, parasite prevention, spay.
I'm John Butler, funeral director and owner at Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the advanced funeral planning specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
Our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
You are listening to Tiger Baseball on Extreme Sports.
All right, back here at Duncan Field, no score between Hastings and Platteview. Tigers now batting here in the bottom half of the second inning. This is Dom Monte to lead things off for Hastings High in this inning. Monte is a designated hitter. Adam Rutt will follow him, then Isaiah Shaw. Left-handed thrower out there, Bryson Banks for Platteview, and he's going to walk a man here. Dom Monte is going to head down to the bag at first base. Adam Rutt is going to come to the plate next. Rutt with a 250 batting average on the season. So a runner is on at first base. Rutt scores around the butt. Will foul it away. No balls and one strike. Nothing in one here to Adam Rutt. Now some problems with the catcher and Dominguez as he comes over. And some equipment problems there as he comes over to the first base dugout. Runner is on at first base here for the Tigers. No score between Hastings and Platteview here tonight on Extreme Sports. Banks throws it over to first base, and they're going to pick off, and they have a base runner over there at first. The second pickoff for Banks here in the first 2 innings of play. Monty is picked off of the base pads at first. Elliott Sidlow was picked off in the first inning of play. So the left-handed pitcher, Bryson Banks, has had a heck of a move to first base, and he's picked off 2 Tigers off of the base pads in 2 innings. There's a strike delivered up there to Adam Rutt. He's behind the count of no balls and 2 strikes. So 2 pickoffs here by Bryson Banks for Platteview. And here comes the next pitch. He hits that one off with the handle of the bat and fouls it down the third base line. No balls and 2 strikes to Adam Rutt batting here in the second inning of play. Isaiah Shaw would be next for the Tigers. And then Royer Delora. Bryson Banks, the thrower out there for the Platteview Trojans. Next ball is going to be up high for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rutt has got 3 base hits and 12 trips to the plate here. For Hastings High this year, he's got 3 RBIs. Banks comes set with nobody on the base pads and throws under the plate. That's going to be down low. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rutt has got 1 double to his credit so far this year. 2 base on balls. He's got 3 strikeouts. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the next pitch. There's going to be a fastball up high. Now 3 balls and 2 strikes. Again, Platteview losing to Adams Central earlier in the day, 4-0. A 2-hitter thrown by Colin Rader for AC. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. A high pitch is going to be popped up, and it's going to get out of play. Back at us here. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Count remains to Adam Rutt. Isaiah Shaw, the right fielder, is due up there next. Swinging the bat down here in the on-deck circle, and now he retrieves the ball, which came out of the netting up above the grandstands here behind the plate. 3-2 is the count to Adam Rutt batting in the second inning of play. This will be a 7-inning affair here today. Next pitch is going to be fouled away. Foul tapped here at the plate, so the count remains at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Home plate umpire goes out and gets a fresh baseball into the hands now of Bryson Banks. 1 man out for Hastings High here in the second inning. Monte leading off the inning with a base on balls, and then he is picked off with a base pads down there at first base by Bryson Banks of Platteview. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. It's going to be up high for a ball, and he walks him. Adam Rutt heads down to the bag at first base. Now Isaiah Shaw is going to come up there for Hastings High.
Isaiah Shaw.
Shaw is still looking for his first base hit of the season here. He's played in 1 game for Hastings High. He's played in 1 game and has not had an official at-bat here yet for the 2025 season. So Shaw comes up there. Shaw is down here in the number 8 spot in the batting order for the Tigers. Banks looks to the runner at first base, and here comes the pitch to the plate. It's going to be in there for a strike on Isaiah Shaw. Hastings High in their all-white uniforms here tonight. Next pitch to Isaiah Shaw is going to be in there for another strike. No walks, no strikeouts, no at-bats, no base hits for Isaiah Shaw so far this season. Playing here tonight against Platteview. No balls and 2 strikes with 1 man out. Here comes the pitch to the plate. It's going to be hit out towards center field. And settling under it, your center fielder, Nick Clark, and he makes the catch. 2 men out now for the Tigers here in this inning. Isaiah Shaw is going to fly out to center field.
The shortstop, number 7, Royer DeLora.
Royer DeLora is going to come to the plate next. He is the shortstop. Batting down here in the number 9 spot for the Tigers. DeLora waiting on the pitch, and here it comes. It's swung on and missed. DeLora with a .267 batting average on the season. 4 base hits, 15 trips to the plate, 3 runs scored, 2 RBIs. Next pitch, a fastball that's going to be up high for a ball. DeLora has got 2 base on balls and 3 strikeouts so far this season. Bottom of the second inning, no score between Hastings and Platteview here this afternoon. Tigers 4-3 on the season. Platteview now 5-4. Next pitch is swung on and missed, and Royer DeLora is behind in the count at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Base runner is down there at first base for the Tigers, but there's 2 outs here in the second inning of play. Bryson Banks from the stretch. Banks offers one to the plate, fouled away, first base side. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hastings High baseball for you tonight here on Extreme Sports. Hastings and Platteview. High school games again on Thursday and Friday night featuring Adams Central against Holdridge, Adams Central against Norfolk, and Hastings College softball on Saturday from the Smith Complex. Next pitch is going to be hit out toward right field. It's in foul territory and it's going to fall. Tucker Reha, the right fielder, gave chase, but that one falls in foul territory. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Royer DeLora. Tigers now as a team with a team batting average of about .245, which is up a few points from a week ago. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here comes the next pitch. A swing and a miss and a strikeout, and the inning is over. Strikeout number 2 in the ball game for Bryson Banks. Hastings, no runs, on no hits, no errors. One runner left on base. We go to the third inning of play with a score: Hastings 0, Platteview 0. You're listening to Tiger Baseball on Extreme Sports.
5 Points Bank has been proudly serving the Tri-City area for decades, and we are continuously finding ways to make your banking experience easy and enjoyable. We offer the best of both worlds with kind and welcoming employees in the bank while creating a strong online presence to accommodate your busy lifestyle. Our innovative technology adds layers of security while being easily accessible to all age groups. Stop into the Better Bank to learn more today.
Have you or a loved one been injured in a motor vehicle accident? Hi, I'm Mitch Stellick from Stellick Law Firm in Grand Island, and we specialize in personal injury law. Let Stellick Law Firm assist you in making sure that you and your family are taken care of following a motor vehicle accident. Call us today at 308-675-4035 to schedule your appointment. Let us be your voice.
Keep it here on Extreme Sports.
Hits it to right field. Brennan is back. He's at the wall, and we are tied.
Your all-access pass to nonstop sports talk and live play-by-play coverage.
You guys are the #1 sports station because you make the phones light up.
Mike Will back here at Duncan Field in Hastings. Tigers 0, Trojans 0. As we head to inning number 3 here tonight. So the Trojans of Platteview will come up here to face Ashton Haas again here in the third. Seamus Riley is going to come up there for Platteview. The number 9 hitter in the batting order. He's playing out in left field here in game number 2. The pitch to him is going to be in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Seamus Riley started the day with a batting average of .250 on the season. He played third base against the Patriots, struck out a couple of times, and had a base on balls. Next pitch to Seamus Riley is going to be in there for a strike. 1-2 is the count. Temperature at 51 degrees for game number 1 here today. Currently sitting at 53 in Hastings for game number 2, but expected to drop here tonight. Low somewhere around the freezing mark. 53 degrees right now here in Hastings with a north wind at about 8 miles per hour. Next pitch is going to miss, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 the count here to Seamus Riley, the number 9 hitter in the batting order for the Platteview Trojans. Ashton Haas throws on the plate. That's going to be outside for a ball, and he walks him. Riley, the number 9 hitter in the batting order, gets a base on balls here in this third inning. That's going to be walk number 2 in the ball game given up by Ashton Haas. He also hit a man in the first inning. Andre Dominguez is going to come to the plate next for Platteview. He struck out in inning number 1. Dominguez with a .381 batting average to start the day. He's going to hit that ball out toward the center field. Dreher, he drops the ball out in the center field, and runners going to be at first and second base. Brody Dreher. Boy, that doesn't happen very often. Brody Dreher out in the center field just drops the ball out of his glove there. It was in there and pops out of there. So Dominguez is going to get a board here in the air on the center fielder and Dreher. Runners are on at first and second base now for Platteview here in this third inning, and Dylan Thomas will come to the plate next. Ball just falls out of the glove of Dreher out there in the center field. So runners on at first and second base now, and nobody out. Thomas squares around the bunt, leaves it. Ashton Haas grabs it at the mound, and he throws it over to first base. That's going to be in time. Sacrifice works. Haas looked toward third base, decided to pass that up, and instead catches Thomas down there at the bag at first. Runners advance now to second and third. And now Easton Harris is going to come to the plate next. So Platteview did not score against Adams Central in the 7 innings earlier. They were kept off of the board in the first 2 innings here, but now an error on the Brody Dreer has kind of opened the door for Platteview to maybe grab the lead here in the second ball game. They've got runners on at second and third base now with only one man out. Harris comes to the plate, and the pitch to him is going to be in there for a strike. Easton Harris, a .211 batting average to start the day. He grounded out in the first inning of the Adams Central game, was hit by a pitch in the third, and flew out to center field in inning number 6. No balls and 1 strike. Here's the next pitch. It's going to be popped up. Boy, that thing is a mile high. Waiting for it to come down is going to be DeLaura. He is shortstop, and he grabs it, so 2 outs. Easton Harris is going to fly out to short. That was in a different stratosphere. Here comes Tucker Reha coming up to the plate next for Platteview. He was hit by a pitch back there in inning number 1. Reha had the only 2 base hits. That's a Cohen Raider gave up in game number 1 against Adams Central. Raider throwing the 2-hitter, and Tucker Reha had both of the base hits for the Trojans in that first ball game, and he's got a base hit there in the center field. 1 run is going to come in to score. Dreher picks up the ball. Here comes the throw to the plate for the second one, and they have got him. That first run comes in to score. Platteview grabs the lead. Reha's going to get a single, but a perfect strike thrown by Brody Dreher in the center field to the plate will chop down the second run. So Platteview gets only 1 run here in the third inning of play. Could have been a lot worse. 1 run here for Platteview in the third inning. 1 run on 1 base hit, 1 error, and nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the third inning with the score: Platteview 1, Hastings 0. You're listening to Tiger Baseball on Extreme Sports.
Beck's is the largest family-owned retail seed company in the United States and is dedicated to the needs and profitability of America's farmers. This is Sustainable Seed Solutions, your local Beck's dealer. Did you know that Beck's is the only company with access to every approved trait in the U.S.? This advantage allows us to remove the bias from sales and focus on what's best for farmers. For more information, call 402-751-0089 or find us at sustainableseedsolutions.com. Beck's would like to wish all area teams the best of luck this season.
Family Medical Center of Hastings is the place to go for all your healthcare needs. Their team is trained to treat the whole person regardless of age. They provide a wide range of medical care, including acute care, routine health screenings, and treatment of chronic conditions. They're dedicated to providing you with the best care in the most cost-effective manner. Family Medical Center, as an independent clinic, has served the community for over 65 years. Your family's home for healthcare. 1021 West 14th Street. Proud to support all area student-athletes.
All right, this is Elliot Sidlow coming to the plate for Hastings here in the bottom of the third inning. Platteview has now got the lead 1-0 over Hastings. Sidlow, Dreher, and Burton top of the order here for Hastings High to face Bryson Banks. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Elliot Sidlow. Sidlow had a single his first time up there. Then was picked off with the base pads, one of 2 base runners that Banks has picked off here in the first 2 innings. Sidlow a .238 batting average to start the day. 5 base hits, 21 trips to the plate for Elliot Sidlow off of this leadoff spot. Next pitch is going to be down low for a ball, 3-1 is the count. Sidlow with a RBI so far on the season. Bats here from the left-hand side. 3-1 pitch is on the way. That's in there for a strike. Sidlow with 4 walks and a couple of strikeouts so far this season. 3 balls and 2 strikes here. There's the next pitch. A called third strike on the outside corner. Elliot Sidlow goes down. A fastball delivered up there by Bryson Banks. Strikeout number 3 in the ball game now for Banks. Brody Dreher is coming up to the plate next. NCAA Men's College Basketball National Championship tonight. Florida is going to play to Brody Dreher. Starts today with the best batting average on the team at .412. Here's that ball out toward center field. And center fielder could have been in quicksand there. Nick Clark reaches up and grabs the ball. 2 up, 2 down here as Dreher flies out to center. Chance Burton is going to come to the plate next. Burton was hit by a pitch his first time up there. Burton, a .231 hitter on the season. He's got 3 base hits and 13 trips to the plate here. He's got 6 RBIs, though, with a double. Pitch to him is going to be in there for a strike. No balls in 1 strike. Burton so far this year with 6 walks. He's got no strikeouts so far this season in his 13 official at-bats. Hits that ball just off with the glove of the first baseman in foul territory. That was Nathan Erke lunging for the ball in foul territory, but that was just off of his glove. And Burton falls behind at no balls and 2 strikes. After tonight, the next action on the air will be Thursday. Adams Central and Holdridge. 4:30 starting time here at Duncan. 4:15 for the pregame show on Extreme Sports. Next pitch is going to be fouled away. Back at us. 0-2.
Hastings dug out for your 50-cent reward.
Friday night, it'll be Adams Central and Norfolk. Again, same story, 4:30 with a 4:15 pregame. Saturday, Hastings College softball versus the College of St. Mary from the Smith Complex, beginning at 12:45. So busy week for sports activity here on Extreme Sports. No balls and 2 strikes to Chance Burton. 1-0 is the score. Platteview has got the lead. We're in the bottom of the 3rd. Banks looking in for the sign from Dominguez. He's got it. Here comes the next pitch. On the way, that one just misses down low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 the count here to Chance Burton. Ashton Haas will be next if Burton can get aboard. There's the next pitch. It's going to be outside, down low. Burton nearly swings the bat there. Keeps it on his shoulder, wisely enough. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Banks comes set with nobody on the base pads. Next pitch is going to be popped up again. Out toward the center field. Clark waits for it to come down, and he grabs the ball. And the Tigers go down in order here in inning number 3. So no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. The Tigers are hitless through the first 3. We'll take a break with a score. Platteview has got the lead over Hastings. Platteview 1, Hastings 0. You're listening to Tiger Baseball.
Enjoy the great weather at the Southern Hills Golf Course in Hastings. The course and the driving range are now open as long as the weather permits. Walk 9 or 18 holes or hit some balls on the driving range. Go online at southernhillshastings.com to reserve your tee time or call 402-463-8006. And don't forget to get your team signed up for spring and summer leagues beginning soon. The Southern Hills Golf Course of Hastings, where members and guests are always welcome.
Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill has been serving Hastings and the surrounding area for more than 25 years, becoming more than just another bar and grill. It's a Hastings institution. Don't miss Wing Night every Wednesday, featuring legendary wings that are crispy, saucy, and downright delicious. Stop back on Thursday for roasted chicken. Fridays, enjoy the prime rib and seafood buffet. Then savor Bullseye's world-famous prime rib on Saturday. On Sundays, indulge in the brunch buffet from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For over a quarter century, Bullseye's has been the go-to spot for good times, great food, and unforgettable memories. Visit Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill on West 2nd and Hastings, right across the street from the water park.
You're locked in to Extreme Sports.
Olivares now hits a line drive to deep left field. Ward is back to the wall. Granny time!
Here's Doncic wheeling inside in traffic and got it to go. Call it the foul.
The home of 24/7 sports talk. Nothing but pure sports action.
Center fielder, number 7, Nick Clark.
Mike Well back here, Duncan Field in Hastings. High school baseball for you tonight here on Extreme Sports. Platteview losing the first game this afternoon to Adams Central 4-0. But the Trojans have got the lead here in the nightcap over Hastings High, 1-0. Going to have 5, 6, and 7 in the batting order for Platteview to come up and face Ashton Haas, who has went all the way for the Tigers so far. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, 1 run, and 1 hit for Ashton Haas so far. There's the ball. It's going to be hit out towards center field. That time, Brody Dreher is going to drop it. 2 hands on the glove there that time for Brody Dreher. He dropped one in the last inning. Nick Clark is going to fly out here to center field to begin the 4th inning of play. Now, Nathan Erke comes to the plate next. Erke is the first baseman. He flew out to left field back there in inning number 2. He bats from the right-hand side, and the pitch to him is going to be down low for a ball. Erke in the first ball game struck out, flew out, and flew out. Batting average on the year, 176 for Nathan Erke. Haas working for the stretch with nobody on the base pads. Next pitch is going to be fouled away. Back to the backstop, and the count 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 to count here to Nathan Erke. Logan Gross-Didier, the third baseman, would be next here for Platteview. Haas looking in for the sign here from Adam Rutt, the catcher. Ball's going to be fouled away. First base side out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rutt, your catcher. Ashton Haas, your pitcher. Burton down there at first base. Tucker Sinek at second. Royer DeLaura is the shortstop, and Carlos Jimenez is at third base for the Tigers. 1-2 is the count here to Erke. As well, it's going to be popped up again. It's going to stay here in the infield. Who's got it? It's going to be the second baseman, Sinek, and he grabs the ball for the second out. Nathan Erke is going to fly out to a second base. Logan Gross-Didier is going to come up there next for Platteview. Gross-Didier, he grounded out his first time up there. Gross-Didier is playing at third base. He did not play in the first ball game against Adams Central. He starts today. Batting average of, he's still looking for his first base hit of the ball game. He's now 0 for 4 from the plate this season. So Gross-Didier is looking for his first base hit of the season here. He does have 1 walk, and he's got 1 strikeout through the first 9 games of the season. There's a pitch that's going to be in there for a strike from Ashton Haas. 1 ball and 1 strike here to Logan Gross-Didier, the third baseman. Platteview has got a 1-0 lead over at Hastings here in this one. There's a swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Platteview made it to the Class C state tournament a year ago. Adams Central beat him in the opening round. Platteview moving up to a Class B for the 2025 season. A Class B opponent in here this afternoon. There's a ground ball. DeLaura at shortstop, charges, grabs the ball, throws it over to first base in time to catch Gross-Didier. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Platteview here in the 4th. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's still Platteview 1, Hastings nothing. You're listening to a Tiger Baseball on Extreme Sports.
If you are looking for screen printing or embroidery work, turn to the experts at Pro Team Design of Grand Island. They have over 19 years of experience and are locally owned. The staff at Pro Team Design can create that shirt for your special event with custom screen printing services. Or get some custom embroidery on your clothing, hats, bags, or other accessories. At Pro Team Design of Grand Island, you can get the uniforms for your high school or college sports teams too. Get a quote by simply going to the website at proteamdesign.com or by calling 308-203-4044. There's in-store pickup and delivery available. Pro Team Design, 2716 Old Fair Road in Grand Island. When it comes to helping you protect what's important to you, you can trust the licensed independent insurance agents at Klein Insurance of Hastings. No matter what type of insurance you need, from auto to home to farm and crop, Klein Insurance will get it covered. They'll help you find the right policy for your specific situation. Klein Insurance has been in business since 1959 and is locally owned. Same-day quotes are available. At Klein Insurance, you'll get years of expertise, attention to detail, and exceptional customer service. Klein Insurance, 710 South Burlington in Hastings. Call 402-463-1256.
You are listening to Tiger Baseball on Extreme Sports.
Mike Will back here at Duncan Field in Hastings. Hastings High baseball here tonight on Extreme Sports. Second game of two for us today. Platteview losing to Adams Central in game number one by the score of 4-0. Ashton Haas comes to the plate here, and he's immediately beamed by a pitch to start off the Tiger half of the fourth inning. Brendan Chris is going to come out and run for him over there at first base. 1-0 is the score. Hastings High is trailing here in the contest. This is going to be Carlos Jimenez coming to the plate next for Hastings. He struck out back there in inning number one. And here comes the pitch to the plate. He's going to be in there for a strike on the inside corner. Bryson Banks throwing here for Platteview in this ball game. Giving up no hits, a run, 2 strikeouts. Actually 3 strikeouts and 2 walks. He's hit a couple of batters in this ball game. Chris is your base runner down there at first base now for Hastings. Jimenez at the plate, squares around the butt. And it's going to be fouled away down the third base line. Chris will go back to first base. Hastings High, after the ball game tonight, they will play at Seward tomorrow night, or tomorrow afternoon. And they've got games on Saturday against Waverly and Lincoln Northwest in a triangular on Saturday. No balls and 2 strikes here to Jimenez. A throw over to first base. Not in time. Chris is back in there. Again, Bryson Banks has picked off 2 guys so far in this ballgame. The first 2 innings. Left-handed pitcher. Good move toward first base. Here comes the pitch to the plate. It's going to be down low. Inside, and it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 the count to Carlos Jimenez, number 5 in the batting order here for the Tigers here in this one. Banks again working for the stretch with a runner out at first base. Here comes the offering to the plate. It's going to be a slow roller out to first base. They hit the bag for 1 over to the second base, not in time. So Jimenez is retired in the play as Erke grabs the ball at first base. He tries to double up Chris down there at second, unable to do it. So it's going to be Chris moving from first to second in the play. Carlos Jimenez is going to be retired as he grounds out to first base. So now there's 1 on, 1 out for the Tigers here in the 4th inning, and Hastings continues to trail in this ball game 1-0. Dom Monte is going to come to the plate next. He had a base on balls back there in the 2nd inning. Shows bunt here, and will take a pitch up high for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Monty, he got on base with that base on balls in the 2nd. He was one of the 2 guys who was picked off by Banks. The other one was Elliot Sidlow back in the 1st inning. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. That's going to be in there for a strike. Again, Monty showing bunt there. Erke, the first baseman, was charging there for Platteview defensively. Runner is on at second base. That is Chris. Platteview has got the lead here in the second ball game. The score is 1-0. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. This one's scheduled for 7 here tonight. Here comes the next pitch by Banks. That's going to be outside for a ball. 2-1 is the count. Adam Rutt would be next, and then Isaiah Shaw. As the Tigers trying to manufacture something here in this fourth inning of play, down 1-0. Next pitch is going to be outside for another ball. It's 3-1. Chris taking his lead down there at the second base for Hastings High. 3-1 is the count. Banks comes set. Fires one to the plate. It's going to be a swing and a miss there. And the count is now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes to Dom Monty for Hastings. Monty batting down here in the number 6 spot. Monty waiting on the pitch here. Banks throws under the plate. It's going to be outside for a ball, and he walks him. Dom Monty is walked for the second time here tonight. Monty now with 6 walks on the season. Adam Rutt is going to come to the plate next. Adam Rutt, he received a walk back there in inning number 2. Rutt with a batting average of .250 on the season. 3 base hits and 12 trips to the plate here for Rutt. Runners on at first and second base. And now Banks will look toward the bag at second base. No throw. Chris is back in there. Runners are on at first and second base here. 1 man out for the Tigers in inning number 4. There's a pop fly out to the outfield. Clark, the center fielder, is going to grab the ball. The runner at second, Chris, is going to tag up. Here comes the throw. And it's not going to be in time. It was cut off. Rutt flies out to center field, but that moves Chris from second to third on the play as he tags up. Runner at first base, Monty, stays put there. Isaiah Shaw is now going to come to the plate next. Shaw, he flew out to center field his first time up there. Runners are on now at first and third base.
Number 22, Isaiah Shaw.
So Shaw's going to come to the plate here, still looking for his first base hit of the season. Got a chance to drive home the tying run here in the fourth inning. Chris is down there at the third base for Hastings High. Here comes the pitch by Banks. It's going to be outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Hastings High sitting at 4-3 on the season after splitting 2 games over the weekend. Platteview is now 5-4 after losing to Adams Central earlier in the day, 4-0 here at Duncan. Runners taking their leads at first and third base. Banks throws under the plate. That's going to be right down the pipe there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Isaiah Shaw for the Tigers. Royer DeLora would come up to the plate next if Isaiah can get aboard. 2 men out here. Bottom of the fourth inning. 1-0 is the score. Platteview has got the lead. Throw over to first base. And the runner takes off for second. And they're going to try to sneak one home there. But the runner ends up at second base there. So Monty takes off. He gets a stolen base. Throw over to first. Erke had the ball. No throw down to his second base. They kept an eye on Chris over here at third as the Tigers are going to try to sneak one home. But now runners are on at second and third base. 2 men out. The count here, 1 ball, 1 strike to Isaiah Shaw. Next pitch is going to be outside and down low for a ball. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike. The Tigers trying to sneak one home there. Platteview was waiting for that one. They let Monty takes off on the stolen base. Here comes a 2-1 pitch. It's going to be in there for a strike, and it's now 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 with 2 outs here in the inning. Tigers have stranded 3 so far. Here comes a 2-2 pitch. It's swung on and missed, and he strikes out. Isaiah Shaw strikes out to end the fourth inning of play. Strikeout number 4 in the ball game for Banks. So the Tigers with no runs on no hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. The Tigers have stranded 5 through the first 4 innings. We go to the 5th inning. The score, Platteview 1, Hastings nothing. You're listening to Tiger Baseball on Extreme Sports.
When it comes to helping you protect what's important to you, you can trust the licensed independent insurance agents at Klein Insurance of Hastings. No matter what type of insurance you need, from auto to home to farm and crop, Klein Insurance will get it covered. They'll help you find the right policy for your specific situation. Klein Insurance has been in business since 1959 and is locally owned. Same-day quotes are available. At Klein Insurance, you'll get years of expertise, attention to detail, and exceptional customer service. Klein Insurance, 710 South Burlington in Hastings. Call 402-463-1256.
At Midwest Farm Management, often the most challenging decision to our clients is what to do with a family farm. We've been helping answer this question since the 1970s. Our company is focused on working with tenants that are good stewards of the family farm while offering excellent returns to our owners. Our services include, but are not limited to, detailed financial and field reports, grain marketing, crop insurance, and finding and executing a lease agreement that best fits your farm. Give us a call today at 402-463-1110 or find us on the web at midwestfarmmanagement.com.
You are listening to Tiger Baseball on Extreme Sports.
Mike Will back here, Duncan Field and Hastings, as we head to inning number 5 here tonight. This one's scheduled for 7 between these two teams.
Designated hitter number 11, Bryson Douglas.
It's going to be Platteview coming to the plate here at the top of the 5th. Bryson Douglas is going to come to the plate. He's the designated hitter. 8, 9, and 1 in the batting order here for Platteview here in the 5th. Bryson Douglas did not play in game number 1. He struck out in the second inning here. He takes a swing and a miss here. And he falls behind at no balls and 2 strikes. Douglas still looking for his first base hit of the season. He's in a DH role here in the second ball game as he hits that ball out toward the left field. Sidlow backs up, and Sidlow grabs the ball. Douglas is retired to the play as he flies out to left field. Seamus Riley is going to come up there next. Seamus Riley is the left fielder, and he walked so far in this ball game. That was back in the 3rd inning of play. Riley started the day with a batting average of .250 for the Platteview Trojans. And he's going to be hit by a pitch here by Ashton Haas. Just like that, Riley gets a free pass. On down to first base, my man, being hit by a pitch. Seamus Riley is on the base pads for the second time here tonight. Out of the number 9 spot in the batting order. Andre Dominguez is going to come to the plate next. Dominguez is 0 for 2 in this ball game. He struck out in the first inning, and he reached on an error in the 3rd. Dominguez started the day with a batting average of .381 for Platteview. The game against Adams Central earlier this afternoon. He grounded out, he struck out, then he struck out. Reached on a fielder's choice. He was 0 for 4 in the first game, so he's 0 for 6 so far between the two games here this afternoon at Duncan. Dominguez coming to the plate now with 1 man out here in inning number 5, and the pitch is going to be inside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. High school baseball action here this afternoon on Extreme Sports. 1 ball and no strikes here to Dominguez. There's a ball hit to a left center field. That's going to be a base hit. Sidlow picks it up there for the Tigers. And now Platteview has got runners on at first and second here in the 5th inning. Seamus Riley is going to move from first to second on the play. Coming up there next is going to be Dylan Thomas. So Dylan Thomas comes to the plate here. He has walked and he's laid down his sacrifice in this game. Cash Porter is now going to be a courtesy runner over there at first base, running for the catcher in Dominguez. So there's one man out for Platteview. The Trojans are leading in this ball game by a score of 1-0 over Hastings High. Ashton Haas continues to throw out there for the Tigers. Pitch is going to be outside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Thomas, earlier ball game today against AC, he struck out. He walked and he grounded out. 0 for 2 in that first ball game. 1 ball and no strikes to Dylan Thomas. Next pitch is going to be in there for a strike around the knees on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 man out, 2 runners on here for the Trojans of Platteview. Platteview now 5-4 on the season. Hastings High sitting at 4-3. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. It's going to be popped up behind the plate. Adam Rutt comes back and grabs the ball there for the Tigers. So Dylan Thomas is going to foul out to the catcher. Adam Rutt behind the plate. So now there's 2 outs. Easton Harris going to come up there next. He is the shortstop. Harris is 0 for 2 in this ball game. He's grounded out and is flowed out to the shortstop. Harris started the day with a batting average of .211 for Platteview. So now there's 2 runners on, but there's 2 outs. Harris to the plate here. 1-0 Platteview with the lead. Ashton Haas working from the stretch. Fires one to the plate. It's going to be outside for a ball. 1-0 the count. Tigers playing at Seward tomorrow afternoon, 4:30 starting time. Playing again on Saturday. Waverly and Lincoln Northwest, the opponents this weekend. There's a high fastball and a swing and a check swing foul tap back into the glove of Rutt. They count 1 ball and 1 strike. Tucker Reha will be next. Platteview batting here in the 5th inning of play, trying to protect a 1-0 lead. Next pitch is going to be up high for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Haas is now up to 55 pitches, I see. 55 pitches here in the 5th inning. He's going all the way here for the Tigers. 2 balls and 1 strike to Easton Harris. Here's the next pitch. It's going to be inside for a ball. Up around the eyeballs there on Harris as he backs out of there. 3 balls and 1 strike. Haas working for the stretch with base runners out at first and second. Porter is your base runner at first. Dominguez, or rather Riley, is at second. Now here's a base on balls given up there as Easton Harris is going to head down to the bag at first. So now the bases are loaded here for Platteview in the 5th inning.
Tucker Rhea.
Tucker Rhea is going to come to the plate next. So Harris is on at first base. You've got Cash Porter is on at second base, and Riley is on at third base. Tom Johnson, now the assistant coach for the Tigers, is going to come out and talk with his pitcher in Ashton Haas. There's 2 men out for Platteview here in the 5th inning. Reyes going to come to the plate here for Platteview. He's been hit by a pitch and he has singled in this game. Tucker started the day with a batting average of .188. He had a couple of base hits in the opener against AC and also struck out once. So Johnson makes his way off of the pitcher's mound now for the Tiger coaching staff. Tucker Reha is going to come to the plate next. Number 4 in the batting order here for Platteview. Bases are loaded up here for the Trojans. There's a pitch that's going to be down low. Adam Rutt with a nice stop there, blocking that ball, keeps it in front of him. Keeps that runner down there at third base. 1 ball and no strikes here at the plate. Tucker Reha for Platteview. 1-0 is the score. Trojans with a lead. Next pitch is going to be in there for a strike right down the pipe there by Ashton Haas. 1 ball and 1 strike. Riley is at third base. Porter is at second base. Harris is at first base. Base pads are juiced for Platteview. There's a bouncing ball towards short. Deloria goes over to the bag at second and gets the force out on the Harris, and the inning is over. Royer Delora at the shortstop grabs the ball and steps on the bag at second base to end the inning. So Ashton Haas and the Tigers get out of the inning here with no damage done in the 5th. Platteview scoring no runs here in the 5th inning. No runs on a base hit, no errors, and 3 runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning with a score. Platteview 1, Hastings 0. You're listening to high school baseball on Extreme Sports. Since 1946, Cully Pipe and Steel continues to meet the pipe and steel needs of greater Nebraska and Kansas. Cully Pipe and Steel is a one-stop shop for all of your pipe and steel needs. Cully Pipe and Steel stocks a wide variety of steel and plumbing products, from custom steel products to structural steel, rebar fabrication, steel fabrications, and retail and wholesale plumbing parts and fixtures. Remember Cully Pipe and Steel of Hastings. They're located at 405 West South Street and the plumbing showroom at 300 South Colorado in Hastings.
At Reuter Auction and Realty, we are land brokers and equipment auctioneers. Our company is deeply rooted in agriculture, and we realize that farm and ranch assets are serious business. We are an integrity-based organization which has evolved into over 55 years of service to Nebraska and northern Kansas. Consult with one of our 12 agents today if it's time to sell your family's land and assets. Call us today for a no-obligation consultation at 402-463-8565 or go to reuterauction.com.
You are listening to Tiger Baseball on Extreme Sports.
Mike Will back here, Duncan Field and Hastings as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Hastings still trailing by a score of 1-0. Royer Delora lays down a bunt fielded there by Banks. His throw to first base is just into the nick of time. Delora trying to sneak his way on with a bunt here to lead off the bottom of the 5th inning. Banks comes off of the mound to grab it there for Platteview and gets it over to record the out over at first base. So Delora is retiring to the play from pitcher to first. Banks to Erke, and now the top of the order is up there. Elliott Sidlow coming to the plate. Pitch to him is going to be inside for a ball. 1-0 the count. Tigers with only 1 base hit so far in this ball game. Platteview has got only 2. There's a high fly ball here over in the foul territory. It's going to be grabbed by Nathan Erke, the first baseman. So Sidlow is going to foul out to the first baseman, Erke. 2 up, 2 down here for the Tigers.
Number 3, Brody Dreer.
Brody Dreer coming up to the plate next for Hastings. He's 0 for 2 so far in this ball game. He's popped one back to the pitcher, and he's flown out to center field. Platteview, 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. Hastings, no runs, 1 hit, and 1 error. Ashton Haas throwing for Hastings High. Bryson Banks throwing for Platteview in this ball game. There's a curveball, a check swing strike. Dreer falls behind in the count here. No balls and 2 strikes to Brody Dreer. Burton would be next if Brody can find his way on the base pads. There's the ball hit out toward the right field. That's going to fall for a base hit. Picked up out there by the right fielder in the Reha. So Brody Dreher gets a base hit here for Hastings High. Second base hit now for the Tigers. Chance Burton will come to the plate next.
Number 17, Chance Burton.
Burton, he was hit by a pitch in the first inning. He flew out to center field in inning number 3. So he's 0 for 1 officially in this ball game. Burton comes to the plate with a man on at first base. And the pitch to him is going to be outside and high. 1-0 the count. Burton starting the day with a batting average of .231. 3 base hits, 13 trips to the plate. He's got 6 RBIs. And he's got a double this year for the Tigers. 1-0 pitch, fastball in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Burton has got 6 base on balls this year and no strikeouts. Man is on at first base for the Tigers. That's a Brody Dreher. There goes the runner at first base. The throw down there is not going to be in time. So a stolen base there for Brody Dreher. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike here at the plate. Burton is your batter. He's going to pop this one up. It's going to get out of play. Into the seats.
Return that foul ball to the Hastings dugout for your 50-cent reward.
So the count is sitting at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lance Christensen is the new pitcher out there now for Platteview here in this inning. There's a ground ball to second base. It's going to be a grab there by Thomas. He records the auto there at first base. So the Tigers, they threaten here in the 5th as they get a man to a second base. But nothing here across the plate. The Tigers put up a goose egg here in the 5th. No runs, 1 base hit, no errors, and a runner left on base. We go to the 6th inning with the score. Platteview 1, Hastings nothing. You're listening to high school baseball on Extreme Sports.
Ridgeline, a local accounting and financial services firm, proudly supports all area high school athletes. There is more than one path toward financial security. We take the time to know you well, to understand your financial situation, your business, your farm, and your personal goals. That's why our work with you is more about personal connections than it is about the number.
I'm John Butler, funeral director and owner at Livingston Butler Vollen Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the advanced funeral planning specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Vollen Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
You are listening to Tiger Baseball on Extreme Sports.
Leading off the top of the 6th.
All right, back here in the 6th inning of play, it's a 1-0 ball game. Platteview has got the lead here over Hastings High. Platteview coming to the plate here in the 6th inning. This is going to be 5, 6, and 7 coming up here for the Trojans. This is going to be Nick Clark. They'll be followed up by Nathan Erkey and Logan Gross-Didier here in the 6th inning of play. 1-0, Platteview has got the lead. Platteview scoring back there in the 3rd inning. Hastings had an error in the 3rd inning, a drop fly ball by Brody Dreher in center field. And that allowed Platteview to get something going there in the third as they scored the only run of the ball game so far. 1-0, Platteview with the lead. Nick Clark is the guy here at the plate. 3 balls and 1 strike. Ashton Haas continues to throw out there for Hastings High. Haas has given up only 2 hits, 3 strikeouts. Or 2 strikeouts and 3 walks, and now he walks the guy here. Lead off the 6th inning. So Nick Clark heads down to the bag at first base. Nathan Erkey is going to come to the plate next. Platteview played this afternoon against Adams Central. Patriots beat this team by a score of 4-0 earlier today. Cohen Rader threw a 2-hitter at Platteview in that ball game. Patriots are now 8-3 in the season. They won 5 games in a row. Nathan Erkey is showing bunt here at the plate. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball. The runner's going to go at first base. The throw is going to be high, though, and into center field. Rutt throws it over the head of everybody down there at the bag at second. Clark will stay put at second base, but now Platteview has worked the runner into scoring position at second base. Platteview did not have a lot of swipes coming into this doubleheader today. They had only 14 stolen bases in 8 games. They get a swipe there to move a man into scoring position. That is Clark down there at second base. Ashton Haas working from the stretch here. Fires under the plate. That ball is going to be hit out toward the left field. Sidlow is going to settle under it and make the catch. Elliot Sidlow makes the catch on the fly ball from Nathan Erkey. Runner's going to stay put at second base. 1 man out here. 6th inning of play. Logan Gross-Didier is going to come to the plate next. Gross-Didier is 0 for 2 in this ball game as he bats from the right-hand side. Clark is your base runner at second base here for Platteview. Gross-Didier backs out of the batter's box, and now he's ready to go. Ashton Haas will look in for the sign here. Gross-Didier is still looking for his first base hit of the season. Haas a good hard look at the plate here. Now he comes set. Now he makes a move towards second base, but back in there without a throw was Nick Clark. Gross-Didier is now 0 for 5 from the plate this season. Down here in the number 7 spot. Here comes the pitch to him. It's going to be hit down the line of first base, foul territory. No balls and 1 strike. Hastings will play at Seward tomorrow afternoon beginning at 4:30. Triangular on this Saturday with Waverly and Lincoln Northwest. No balls and 1 strike here to Logan Didier. Oz again comes set, fires under the plate. It's going to be outside for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Adam Rutt again with a nice save behind the plate there. Runner stays at second base. That is Nick Clark. Brody Dreher, the center fielder, pulled around a couple of steps to his right out there as he looks on from the Tiger outfield. Ashton Haas fires one to the plate. That's going to be fouled back to the backstop. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sidlow, Dreher, and Shaw out of the outfield for Hastings High from left to right. Jimenez, Delora is on the left side of the diamond. Sennick and Burton over here on the right. With Adam Rutt behind the plate. Ashton Haas on the mound. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Haas looking towards second, fires under the plate. It's going to be, a called third strike in there. Nice pitch thrown there by Ashton Haas. Logan Gross-Didier goes down. A strikeout here for Ashton Haas. A nice pitch thrown. That's going to be strikeout number 4 in the ball game now for Ashton Haas. Bryson Douglas is going to come to the plate next. Douglas is struck out, and he's flown out to left field. He's 0 for 2 so far in this ball game. Pitch to him is going to be in there for a strike on the outside corner. Douglas also looking for his first base hit of the season. Down here in the number 8 spot. One man is on for Platteview at second base. There's a pitch there, a check swing. And it's going to be outside for a ball, 1 ball and 1 strike. We are in the top of the 6th inning. This one's scheduled for 7 here tonight. Hastings and Platteview, our second game today on Extreme Sports. 1-1 is the count with 2 men out. Now Douglas backs out of the batter's box. Takes a look at the head coach down there in the third base box. Re-enters. Now he's ready to go. Ashton Haas looking for the sign from Adam Rutt. He's got it as he comes to the belt here. Pitch to the plate there is going to be in there for a strike. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Douglas at the plate here. No walks. He's got a strikeout. They got 2 strikeouts. He added 1 earlier in this ball game. 1-2 is the count. Next pitch way outside by Ashton Haas. 2-2 is the count. Adams Central Thursday night against York. Right back here at Duncan Field. 4:15 for the pregame show. 4:30 for the first pitch. The Patriots and the York Dukes for the second time this season coming up on Thursday here on Extreme Sports. Next pitch by Haas is going to be outside for a ball. And now Ashton Haas has worked the count full to the number 8 hitter in the batting order, and Bryson Douglas. Next pitch is swung on and missed. And the Tigers get out of the inning here in the 6th. Douglas strikes out, strikeout number 5 in the ball game for Ashton Haas for the Tigers. Platteview, they scored no runs on no hits, no errors, and a runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning with a score. Platteview 1, Hastings nothing. You're listening to Tiger Baseball on Extreme Sports.
If you're looking for auto glass work, call Auto Glass Experts of Hastings. Jeff and Brent have over 60 years of combined experience. They can fix your glass in just about anything from your car or pick up to heavy-duty repairs on your truck or farm equipment, tractors, loaders, graders, or semi-trucks. No other glass repair and replacement business comes close to the high standards of quality and customer service you'll find with the Auto Glass Experts. If you've just got a little ding in your windshield, they offer rock chip repair. Give them a call today at 402-463-0025 or stop in and see them at 405 West J Street in Hastings.
This is Patrick Mahomes, and you are listening to Extreme Sports.
I'm back here at Duncan Field in Hastings. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Tigers still trailing in this ball game by a score of 1-0. Trying to get something going here. Lance Christensen is the pitcher here for Platteview. He came on in the last inning for the Trojans. On the relief of Bryson Banks. There's a big swing and a miss there. Ashton Haas is leading things off for Hastings here in the 6th inning. Christensen, ERA of 1.00 for Platteview. Making his 4th appearance of the season here in this ball game. Christensen has thrown 7 innings. He's given up 1 hit and 1 run. That was earned. 6 base on balls, 8 strikeouts. Again, he came on in the last inning for Platteview. Gave up a base hit. No runs. 1-0 is the score. Hastings trailing. There's a pitch that's going to be popped up out toward the center field. Clark comes in and makes the catch. Ashton Haas is going to fly out to center field to Nick Clark for the first out.
The third baseman, number 10.
Carlos Jimenez coming up to the plate next for the Tigers. Jimenez, he is 0 for 2 so far in this ball game. Jimenez started the day with a batting average of .353. There's a strike delivered up there on the outside corner to Carlos Jimenez. Jimenez starting the day with 6 base hits and 17 trips to the plate. Christensen's next pitch is going to miss down low. Jimenez with 4 base on balls. He's got 1 strikeout so far this season. 1-1 is the count. Christensen's next pitch is a fastball that misses outside. 2-1. Carlos Jimenez, 6 RBIs so far this season for Carlos. No extra base hits. He takes a big whack there and a swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes. We are in the bottom of the 6th inning. This one's scheduled for 7 here tonight. 1-0 is the score. There's a breaking pitch and a nice one thrown by Christensen. It catches Carlos looking there and a strikeout. Strikeout number 1 in the ball game now for Lance Christensen. Coming up there next is the designated hitter for the Tigers, Dom Monte. So 2 hits apiece here for Hastings and Platteview. There's a strike delivered up there by Lance Christensen. He gets ahead on the count to Dom Monte. Had no balls and 1 strike. Christensen working right along here, not wasting any time. There's another strike on the outside corner. No balls and 2 strikes. 2 men out for the Tigers here in the 6th inning. Christensen gets his sign, winds and delivers. Next pitch, a check swing. And did he go around with it? They did not. Now the appeal down to the base umpire said, yeah, he went around with it, and the inning is over. Dom Monte strikes out, back-to-back strikeouts for Lance Christensen. They waited, and they appealed down to the base umpire. He hesitates, and he calls a strike, and the inning is over here. So the Tigers go down in order in the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. We go to the 7th inning of play. The score.
Get ready, race fans. Cam Raceway is teaming up with Extreme Sports for an electrifying season of high-speed, dirt-slinging, adrenaline-pumping action. Every race night, we're bringing you live video coverage straight from the track, so you won't miss a single lap, pass, or photo finish. From non-wing warriors to cage karts, flat karts, and the A-class wing beasts, we've got it all. There's nothing like the roar of the engines, the smell of burning rubber, and the rush of dirt flying action right in front of you. So get to the track and experience it live. But if you can't make it, don't sweat. Extreme Sports has you covered. Buckle up, because this season is going to be fast, fierce, and unforgettable. Make sure you like and follow Extreme Sports on Facebook to get all the latest updates, and we will see you at the track. Unforgettable. Make sure you like and follow Extreme Sports on Facebook to get all the latest updates, and we will see you at the track.
Mike Will back here, Duncan Field and Hastings as we head to the top of the 7th inning. And we're going to see a new pitcher out there for the Tigers. Peyton Drake is going to come on and throw for Hastings here in the 7th. He's got no record so far this year. He's making his 3rd appearance of the season. 10.50 is the earned run average for Peyton Drake. He has thrown 2 innings so far for the Tigers, giving up 2 hits and 4 runs. 3 of those earned, 3 base on balls and no strikeouts. So Peyton Drake comes back out here for the Tigers to throw in the 7th inning.
24, Peyton Drake.
Platteview is going to have up 9-1-2 in the batting order here in the 7th. 1-0 is the score. Platteview scores a run in the 3rd inning on a walk, an error, a sacrifice, and a single by Tucker Reha. And that's held up here so far in this ball game. 1-0 is the score. Seamus Riley is the guy at the plate here for the Trojans of Platteview. And the pitch still there by Peyton Drake is going to be in there for a strike. No balls and 2 strikes. High school baseball action here tonight from Duncan Field. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. It's on the way. It's going to be down low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hastings will play at Seward tomorrow afternoon beginning at 4:30. 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Riley. Next pitch by Drake outside, and he's swinging and a miss. An outside pitch, and Riley fooled on that one. He swings and misses. And he strikes out. First strikeout of the ball game by Drake.
Andre Dominguez.
Coming up there next is going to be Andre Dominguez for Platteview. He is struck out. He's reached on an error, and he is singled. 1 out of 3 in this ball game for Dominguez. Bounce here from the left-hand side. As the ball is going to be hit to a second base, right by the second baseman into a center field. So Dominguez gets a board here for Platteview. Setting tried to grab it at second base there for Hastings High and couldn't quite reach out there to snag the ball. So now Platteview has got a base runner on over there at first base.
Number 2, Cash Porter.
Porter is going to come out and run for the catcher over there at first base. So Cash Porter is your base runner at first. Dylan Thomas is the guy coming to the plate here for Platteview. He is walked. He's laid down his sacrifice, and he's fouled one back to the catcher. So Thomas to the plate here. Runner is out at first base. The pitch is going to be down low by Peyton Drake. Thomas in the first ball game against Adams Central struck out. He walked and he grounded out. Started the day with a batting average of 300 for Platteview. Trojans with a lead here over Hastings High, 1-0. Here comes the pitch to the plate. That's going to be down low for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Ashton Haas, he goes the first 6 innings tonight for the Tigers. Gives up 2 hits and 1 run, 4 walks and 4 strikeouts. Peyton Drake out here now in the 7th inning. Pitch is going to be down low. The ball gets away from Adam Rutt. Running down to second base on the play is going to be Porter. So Platteview gets a runner on into scoring position here. Three balls and no strikes now at the plate here. Peyton Drake comes set, fires under the plate. That's going to be inside for a ball, and he walks him. Now Platteview has got 2 base runners on the pads here as Thomas heads down to the bag at first. Easton Harris is going to come to the plate next. So Easton Harris will come to the plate with runners on at first and second base. Peyton Drake comes on here, and he's going to try to wiggle out of a jam here in the 7th inning. There's a pitch right down the pipe for a strike. No balls and 1 strike down to Easton Harris. Harris so far in this ball game is grounded out, he's flown out, and he's reached on a walk. Next pitch is going to be down low for a ball. Rudd again with a good stop behind the plate there for the Tigers. Not a lot of offense here in this one tonight. A combined 5 hits between the 2 teams. Plattview's got 3. The Tigers have got 2. 1-0 is the score. Platteview with the lead. Next pitch is going to be in there for a strike in the outside corner. Harris now looking at a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes. Harris, the number 3 hitter in the batting order. Platteview has got runners on at first and second base. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Peyton Drake. He's on his belt here and now throws one to the plate. That's going to be outside and down low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Thomas is your base runner down there at first base. Cash Porter is the base runner down there at second base for Platteview. Trojans looking for some insurance runs here in the top half of the 7th inning. There's a big swing and a miss there and a strikeout. Easton Harris goes after an outside pitch. He strikes out. Now there's 2 men out here in the 7th inning. Tucker Reha is going to come to the plate next. He had a single back there in the 3rd. He was hit by a pitch in the 1st, and he grounded out in the 5th. He had 2 base hits in the opener against the Adams Central earlier this afternoon. And now Blake Marquardt is going to come out of the dugout here and make a pitching change in the 7th inning. So Peyton Drake is going to pitch to 4 batters in the 7th inning. And we're going to have a new pitcher coming up here to pitch to Tucker Reha. So a pitching change coming up for the Tigers. We're in the 7th inning, 2 men out. The score, it is Platteview 1, Hastings nothing. You're listening to Tiger Baseball.
Taking care of your teeth and gums is important to keeping a healthy smile, and that's where we come in. Dr. Corey Bumgartner of Bumgartner Family Dentistry will provide exceptional oral care services to both children and adults. They offer routine cleanings and screenings, emergency and scheduled surgical and cosmetic procedures, and a teeth whitening program to all of their patients. Whatever your dental care needs, Bumgartner Family Dentistry is there to help. New patients are welcome. Just call 402-462-6484 or stop in and see them at 2217 West 12th Street in Hastings.
You are listening to Tiger Baseball on Extreme Sports.
All right, new pitcher for Hastings is going to be Eli Schneider. Schneider 1-0 on the season, making his 4th appearance of the season. Earned run average of 1.17. Schneider's thrown 6 innings, giving up 5 hits and 2 runs. 1 of those earned. No base on balls and 2 strikeouts. So Eli Schneider is going to come out here and try to get to Platteview out of this 7th inning. Trojans have got base runners on at first and second base, but there's 2 men out. So Peyton Drake comes on and throws 2/3 of an inning. He gives up a 1 base hit, 1 walk, and a couple of strikeouts. So Eli Schneider, with that slow curveball that he's known for, is going to come out here and try to retire Tucker Reha in the 7th inning of play. Tucker again had 2 base hits in the opening game against the Adams Central. The only 2 hits that Platteview had off of Cohen Raider. Reha had a base hit here in the 3rd inning. So he comes up there now with Eli Schneider on the hill for the Tigers. 2 men out in the top of the 7th inning. Platteview with the lead, 1-0. There's a pitch that's going to be fouled away here. 0-1 to Tucker Reha. Tucker, a right-handed hitter here. Rutt has a couple of words with the Eli Schneider as he comes over and grabs that foul ball. No balls and 1 strike. Base runners on at first and second base here for Platteview. Looking for a run here in the 7th inning. They lead this thing by a score of 1-0. Schneider's next pitch is going to be outside for a ball. 1-1 is the count. Nick Clark would be next if Tucker Reha gets aboard here for Platteview. 1-0. Platteview has got the lead. Next pitch to the plate. Curveball is going to be in there for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Snyder working for the stretch with base runners on at first and second base. Count is in his favor now here at the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Tucker Reha. Here's a curved ball. It's going to miss outside. Reha nearly pulls the trigger on that one. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runners taking their leads at first and second base. Thomas at first. Porter is at second base for Platteview. 2-2 the count with 2 men out. Next pitch is going to be hit right to the first baseman. Burton grabs the ball on a line shot, and the inning is over here for Platteview. Tucker Reha is going to line out to the first baseman. Eli Snyder gets us out of the jam in the 7th inning. Platteview, they score no runs on the 1 base hit. No errors on Hastings and 2 runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. The score, it is Platteview 1, Hastings nothing. You're listening to Tiger Baseball on Extreme Sports.
If you're looking for an auto repair business that you can trust, count on the experts at Connet Auto Care in Hastings. Their mechanics are ASE certified, which means they are up to date on the best repair practices for your vehicle. Connet Auto Care keeps your vehicle running like it should. They offer air conditioning repair, brake repair, cooling system services, engine diagnostics and repairs, suspension work, electrical work, and much more. Plus, they sell wheels and tires too. Connet Auto Care, 212 North Lexington in Hastings.
You're locked in to Extreme Sports.
Olivares now hits a line drive to deep left field. Ward is back to the wall. Granny time!
Here's Doncic wheeling inside in traffic and got it to go. Call it the foul.
The home of 24/7 Sports Talk. Nothing but pure sports action.
Mike Will back here, Duncan Field and Hastings. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Hastings trailing Platteview by a score of 1-0. We're going to have 7, 8, and 9 in the batting order here for the Tigers. They need to scratch out a run to continue the ball game. Adam Rutt will lead things off, and the pitch by Christensen is going to be in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Christensen has thrown 2 innings of relief now, giving up 1 hit. He's struck out 2 guys. He throws a strike here to Rutt, and the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rutt, Isaiah Shaw, Royer DeLora for the Tigers here in the 7th inning. Next pitch is going to be outside for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bryson Banks, the starter for Platteview here in the ball game. He went the first 4 innings. Now Christensen is out there. There's the next pitch. Is going to be outside for a ball. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Tigers need a run to continue the ball game and 2 runs to win this thing. 3-2 is the count. Christensen winds and delivers. Next pitch is swung on. Hit toward third. Long throw from third base. A throw over there. Not in time. Logan goes dead here at third base. It was a high chopper off of the turf here. The throw was low over to Erke at first base. Adam Rutt gets aboard here for the Tigers.
For the Tigers, number 1, Clayton Arnold.
Now Clayton Arnold is going to come out and run. Clayton Arnold is going to come up and bat here for the Tigers. Clayton Arnold will come up to the plate and bat for Isaiah Shaw. Arnold with a batting average of 167 on the season. We're also going to have a courtesy runner over there for Hastings High at first base. So God is going to come out and run over there at first base for the Tigers.
Courtesy runner for the Tigers, number 20, Owen Sullivan.
So a runner is at first base. Here's Arnold at the plate now. Arnold has got one base hit in 6 trips to the plate, 1 RBI for Arnold. 1 base on balls and 1 strikeout. As head coach Blake Marquardt talking with the home plate umpire here, making sure the lineup card is correct now with a couple of changes. So Arnold will come to the plate here. Runner is on at first base. 1-0 is the score. It's Platteview with the lead over the Tigers. Again, Hastings will need to run to continue the ball game. 2 to win this thing. So Arnold represents the winning run here at the plate now for Hastings High in the 7th inning of play. So now the head man for Platteview is going to come out. He wants a piece of the discussion here. It's a home plate. You're listening to high school baseball coverage here today on Extreme Sports. Platteview winning the first game over Adams Central. Adams Central beating Platteview in the first game today 4-0. Platteview with the lead over the Tigers here in the 7th inning. And game number 2 is now 1-0. Christensen is keeping loose out there on the mound, playing catch with his infield, as Blake Marquardt continues to discuss something down here on the third base line. Hastings will play at Seward tomorrow night. Our next broadcast is going to be on Thursday. Adams Central will play York 4:30 starting time on Thursday. 4:15 for the pregame show here on Extreme Sports. Friday, it'll be Adams Central and Norfolk, same starting time, 4:30, with the pregame show beginning at 4:15. All right, so I think we got everything situated here. We're going to have a base runner at first base running for Adam Rutt. It's going to be Arnold coming to the plate, and now they're going to award Christensen a couple of warm-up tosses here because of the delay, the lengthy delay. Making sure the lineup cards were correct here as Hastings High is going to bring in Arnold to pinch hit out of this number 8 spot. So the tying run is at first base for Hastings. Nobody out here in the 7th inning. Arnold represents the winning run for the Tigers. He squares around the bunt and will foul it away. So no balls and 1 strike to Arnold. And Arnold with a batting average of 167 on the season. 1 base hit, 6 trips to the plate, 1 run scored. He's got 1 RBI, 1 base on balls, and 1 strikeout. 1-0. Platteview has got the lead over Hastings High. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for Platteview. No runs, 3 hits, and 1 error for Hastings. Tigers have a base runner at first base. The pitch is going to be up high for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Royer Delora is on deck here for Hastings, and we see him out of the on-deck circle. Platteview anticipating bunt. There's a bunt laid down. First base side is going to be in foul territory. So now 1 ball and 2 strikes to Clayton Arnold. Left-handed hitter here for the Tigers. Base runner is down there at first base. Inching away. Urke will hold him on defensively for Platteview. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Next pitch is going to be inside for a ball. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hastings 4-3 on the season. Platteview is 5-4. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Next pitch to the plate is going to be popped up back at us. It's going to get out of play.
Please return all foul balls to Hastings against 4-8.
So 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Clayton Arnold here in the 7th inning. Tigers have stranded 6 base runners here in this ball game. Here comes the next pitch. It's going to be up high for a ball, 3-2. All right, 3 balls and 2 strikes. 1-0. Platteview has got the lead here over Hastings High. 3-2 pitch on the way. It's going to be outside for a ball, and he walks him. The Tigers have the winning run on the base pads now at first base. The tying run is down here at second base. Royer Delora is going to come to the plate next. And now we've got Coach Marquardt making his way back down to the home plate umpire. You got runners on now at first and second base. Royer Delora is going to come to the plate. He is 0 for 2 so far tonight for the Tigers. He struck out in the 2nd inning and hit one back to the pitcher, inning number 5. And now we're going to have another courtesy run over there at first base.
Pitch run for the Tigers.
So Brendan Chris is going to come out and run now over at first base for Arnold. So Chris is now on at first base. Tigers with a base runner at second base. Royer Delora is at the plate here for Hastings High. Delora with a batting average of .267. The pitch was way up high. Grabbing that one was Dominguez behind the plate. 1 ball and no strikes. Nobody out for Hastings High. Tigers trailing 1-0. There's a bunt laid down out in front of the plate. A good one is grabbed there down to first base. That's going to be in time, but the sacrifice works. Royer Delora lays down the sacrifice bunt. Runners on now at second and third base, and the top of the order coming up there now for the Tigers. Now what do we got? Now what do we got here? The base umpire and the home plate umpire, I think they ruled Delora out. Which they did. The sacrifice was laid down. Runners are at second and third base now. It was grabbed there by the catcher, Dominguez. He fires it down to first base to record the out. The runners are on at second and third base. Now the home plate umpire is coming over to talk with the Platteview folks. Boy, this 7th inning has been a thing of confusion here. So runners are on at second and third base. This is going to be Elliot Sidlow coming to the plate next. So now the head man for Platteview is right at the foul line here on the first base side. Now he's going to call over the base umpire. Boy, this has been a mass confusion here in the 7th inning of play. Elliot Sidlow is going to come to the plate. Hastings has got base runners on right now at second and third base with 1 man out. With the top of the order up here for the Tigers now, and Elliot Sidlow. All right, here we go. Sidlow coming to the plate here for Hastings High.
The left fielder, number 21, Elliot
Sidlow so far, he is singled, he is struck out, and he is fouled out. Tigers trying to win this thing. Trailing 1-0 in the ball game. Lance Christensen comes set, fires under the plate. Is going to be inside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Tigers have been in their share of 1-run games here this season. They're trying to steal one here tonight in the 7th inning of play. 1-0 is the count. Next pitch is going to be a strike right down the pipe there. It's now 1-1. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Hastings High trailing Platteview by the score of 1-0. Top of the order is up here with Elliott Sidlow. Next pitch is a bunt's going to be laid down first base line. Sidlow goes for the bag, and now the ball is thrown back across the diamond. A run comes in to score. Here comes the winning run of the plate. Tigers win. Elliott Sidlow for Hastings lays down a bunt down the first base line. A sacrifice bunt by Sidlow that drives home the winning run from, actually a tying run from third base. And then Platteview throws the ball across the diamond over to third base. A throwing error allows the winning run to come in to score. So we had mass confusion there in the 7th inning, and the Tigers going to steal one here tonight over Platteview. Final score of 2-1. So a sacrifice bunt was laid down by Elliott Sidlow as they sneak home the tying run to make it a 1-1 ball game. And then the ball was thrown across the diamond back over to third base. The throw got by the third baseman, Gross Didier, and the winning run comes to the plate to score for the Tigers here in the 7th inning, and Hastings wins it by the final score of 2-1. Hastings goes to 5-3 on the season. Platteview, they dropped to 5 wins and 5 losses. A wild one here tonight in the game number 2. Hastings High beats Platteview by a score of 2-1. Back with the final totals after this. You are listening to High School Baseball.
If you experience air conditioning problems this summer, call the experts at Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning of Hastings. Ruts is a local, family-owned business with over 45 years of experience in the HVAC industry. They service all makes and models of heating and cooling equipment for both residential and commercial customers. You can trust Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning to complete all repairs, installations, and maintenance work on time. If you're shopping for a new air conditioner or heating system, remember Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning. They have a broad range of systems to choose from. Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning. Call 402-463-4853.
With the spring weather upon us, Bob Sass Flowers has everything you need to feel that spring sunshine in your home. Colorful spring silks, spring-scented candles, and spring home decor. Springtime also brings high school proms. We offer custom corsage, boutonnieres, and handheld bouquets. Call us today to order yours. Located at 2618 West 2nd in Hastings, serving Hastings since 1955.
You are listening to Tiger Baseball on Extreme Sports.
Back here at Duncan Field in Hastings, Hastings High Tigers steal one over Platteview here in the 7th inning of play. They scored 2 runs in the 7th inning, and they beat Platteview by a score of 2-1 here in this one. Elliott Sidlow laying down a sacrifice bunt to produce the tying run from third base on a suicide squeeze for the Tigers, and then an error chalked up on Platteview, throwing the ball back across the diamond over to third base, and the winning run comes in to score, and Hastings High wins it tonight by a score of 2-1. 2 runs, 3 hits, and an error for Hastings High. 1 run, 3 hits, and an error for Platteview. The winning pitcher tonight for Hastings will be Eli Schneider. He throws 1 third of an inning for the Tigers and picks up the win. Ashton Haas, the starting pitcher for the Tigers tonight, 6 innings pitched. Gave up 2 hits and 1 run with 4 walks and 4 strikeouts. Peyton Drake threw 2/3 of an inning. He gave up a base hit with a walk and a couple of strikeouts. Eli Schneider retired the final man for Platteview in the 7th inning of play. Platteview had Bryson Banks out there for 4 innings tonight. He gives up 1 hit, 3 base on balls, 4 strikeouts. Lance Christensen threw 2 2/3 innings. He'll be the losing pitcher tonight. He gives up 2 hits and 2 runs, 1 base on balls, and 2 strikeouts. Not a lot of base hits to talk about today for Hastings. Elliot Sidlow has a base hit and an RBI in the ball game. Brody Dreher had a base hit, and Rutt also had a base hit for Hastings. Adam Rutt for the Tigers. Picking up hits for Platteview. You had Tucker Rhea with a base hit and an RBI. And Andre Dominguez had a couple of base hits for Platteview. But Hastings wins it here tonight. Final score of 2-1 over Platteview as the Tigers, they improved to 5 wins and 3 losses on the season. They will play at Seward tomorrow night. Platteview drops both ends of the doubleheader today. They lose 4-0 to Adams Central, and they lose 2-1 to Hastings High. Platteview is now 5-5 on the season. Next broadcast coming up on Thursday here on Extreme Sports. It'll be Adams Central playing York beginning at 4:30 on the Thursday, 4:15 for the pregame show here on Extreme Sports. Again, Adams Central beats Platteview in the first game. Final score of 4-0. Hastings High claims the victory in the nightcap. Final score of 2-1. That'll do it from Duncan Field here in Hastings.
You have been listening to an exclusive presentation by Extreme Sports. If you missed portions of today's game, you can download our podcast on x-streamsports.com.
We were talking about Angus Young, lead singer of AC/DC. For those who are just joining us and wondering why does this matter, Brent Musburger was just on with us. Go to vsin.com if you check